What's up, YouTube? How you been? Sorry, it's been about, what, 2 weeks since my last video? I've been having a lot of stuff happen in my life. Uh, First things first, got a new house. My first house that I've owned. I feel happy about that. Second, uh, the same day I went to go sign the paperwork for the house, my car decided to die. My wife had it. She was running errands. Last time before she came and picked me up, the car wouldn't start up. Me, my dad, and my brother-in-law worked on it for a little bit, for an entire weekend, just to find out the motor has seized. So, yeah, that car is done for, so I had to go get a new vehicle. So, yeah, I've had a bit of a crazy couple weeks. But, anywho, on to today's subject. Police shootings. So, I'm going to say this now. I've already said in my last video, George Floyd's death was messed up. He should not have died. Now this whole, I believe it's Rayshard Brooks. He was killed by a police officer. Now, from what I've read, my understanding of the situation, Mr. Brooks was found in his car, passed out, in a fast food, and pretty much a Wendy's drive-through. Well, because of that, the Wendy's called the police, come check on the guy, come check on him. When the police got there, he noticed that the guy was asleep in the car. The officer, Wolf, called for backup. His backup came. The officer who assisted Wolf was Bronson or Branson. Yeah, I think it's Bronson. They both woke up Brooks and decided to conduct a sobriety test. Now, the legal blood alcohol rate is 0.008. It's 0.08. At the time, I'm going to give him an hour or two since his last drink. But Brooks failed his sobriety test by blowing a 0.108. He was over the legal limit, which isn't that difficult. I mean, you need like one drink and you're at the limit. Depending on the type of drink, it could be whiskey, could be tequila, vodka. Depends on how much of it. But it's usually like one shot. Actually a double will do that. Well, like I said, this guy, let's say, been in about an hour and a half since his last drink. Your body gets rid of one shot or one glass or one can of alcohol every hour. So before he fell asleep, like I said, let's say about an hour since his last drink. He was intoxicated, pretty much. So he was over the legal limit. He was intoxicated still, so he should not be driving. I know people do it. I'll admit, I've done it before. But then again, that's usually after I wait about 3 hours because because I have a, for every drink I have, I wait 1 hour. So if I have 3 drinks, I'm going to wait 1 hour for every drink I have. Let my body flush itself out a little bit. But anyway, Brooks he failed the sobriety test. He told the cops he was going to leave. He was going to be driving. And the cop said, no, you cannot do that. You failed the sobriety test, which means you now have a DUI. Brooks, at this time, Brooks was on probation. What was he on probation for? Pretty much assaulting his kids. Yeah, look it up. I think it's either the U.S. or the UK Sun. I think it's the UK Sun has a story about it, and it says, and this is funny, they have photos of him with his kids, and he had a warrant out for his arrest back in December 2019, which was rescinded January 2020. But he was on probation. I forgot what he was on probation for at the time. But if he even got a DUI, he was going to go back to jail. Yes, he had gotten out of jail like half a year or a year ago. I really can't remember. That part was kind of hazy. Well, fuzzy. It really didn't say how long he'd been out. But anyway, he was on probation. So if he got in trouble again, he was going to go back. He did not want to go back to jail. Well, he decided, while being handcuffed, he was going to fight both of the police officers. So right there, that's resisting arrest. He's got DUI, resisting arrest, and because he was on probation, he was going to go to jail. That's 3 strikes right there. If all he did was resist arrest, then I would be on the bandwagon to go, hey, you should not have killed him. I'm saying that now. He should not have been killed if it was just resisting. But the moment that the police used their tasers on him, they both shot 1 cartridge each. These tasers have 2 cartridges. They both shot him with their tasers. The tasers did nothing. He was able to resist the tasers, power through them, and continue fighting the officers. At which one point, Brooks got Wolf's taser. No. He either got Wolf's or he got Bronson's taser from him, and decided to run and shot Bronson, was going to shoot either Bronson or Wolf with it. So right there, that's assaulting an officer. Aggravated assault. That's 4 right there. The Officer Wolf, knowing that the taser didn't work, switch to his lethal. Tasers are what police are supposed to use before they pull out a gun. They already used their tasers, and it was found out to be of no use. So the officer decided I need to switch to a firearm, to my gun. Did he want to? No. He had to make that decision right then and there. What I find messed up is I've watched a few videos of different people talking about it, and some people are like, well, the officer should have shot him in the leg. I mean, he did have to shoot him in the back 3 times. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? Taser didn't do nothing. He powered through it. So the officer took out his gun. You tell me the officer should have gone for the leg as the guy is running and pointing the taser at the officer. I can't remember if it actually had, if Brooks used the other cartridge or not. I do not think he did. So he still had 1 cartridge left. And even then, once you use both cartridges, that does not mean that the taser is no longer useful. You can still use a daggum taser. A taser gun. All you gotta do, walk up to somebody like it's an actual fucking knife and stick them with it. Tell me that you can't do that. But anyway, people saying that, oh, he wasn't dangerous. I mean, all he had was a used up taser. Doesn't matter. He still had a taser that might have fired its 2 cartridges, but it is still dangerous at close range. And the guy was drunk. He did not want to go back to jail. So the officer decided last minute, you know what, I can't aim for the leg because there's an artery in your leg that if it's hit, will bleed out rapidly and will kill you. So saying, oh, he should have gone for the leg. Why did he have to shoot him in the back? It was either shoot him in the leg and 50-50 hit the daggum artery and kill him, or shoot him in the back and kill him. I mean, it's a screwed up situation, but the officer did what he felt was the correct choice. Because when you got a freaking taser, you can walk up to somebody and electrocute them. You can walk up to somebody, shove that taser in the freaking eye socket, pull the trigger, and kill them! Like, come on, people. Think! For once. Just because it didn't have its cartridges doesn't mean it was no longer a dangerous weapon. It was still a dangerous weapon. It was no longer useful for mid-range. It is now purely close quarters. What really upsets me is the fact that everybody's going, well, the cops shouldn't have killed him. Yeah, you're right. They shouldn't have killed him, but they had no choice. If they can't handle the situation, they have a high stressful job. Yeah, they have a high stress job, people. Shit gets to them. All you can do, my opinion, stop blaming the cops for mistakes perpetrators do. Do not blame officers for doing their job and trying to protect the community. That guy could have, while he was intoxicated, he could have gone in and assaulted somebody else. He could have gone and killed somebody's mom, somebody's dad, somebody's brother or sister, or their own kids. Think about that. And if that happened, y'all would still blame the cops. Because right now, the cops are not being respected. They have a high stress job. Cut them some slack. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Cut police officers some slack. They're dealing with threats on their lives every day. And not just a whole, like, YouTube or social media threats. Oh, I'm going to kill you. From something, you're in another state. I'm talking about people who they deal with that's right in front of them, 2 feet from their faces, sometimes right in their face, telling them they're going to kill them because they're a cop. If you say that the officer, that if a person cannot handle the stress of being a police officer, you don't know what it's actually like. Take a minute, think about a situation where 15 people come up to you and get in your face and say, I'm going to kill you. How would you feel about that? That's all. Bye.